It
really
hence,
just
hence the
depends.
term hot tamale.
Well, it has nothing to do with candy. So.
but a good candy though.
Yes.
All right. What's up, everybody? We are live. It's Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it's time for another R.O.C. Hangout. What's going on? I'm Harrican BX, your host, and we got a full room of jackals up in here tonight. The occasional one's living up to his name. I don't think he's in here with us. Is he? Is he? Nope. Occasional Kid Matt.
Hey, Jose. I'm right here.
Oh, there he goes.
Shout out to NyQuil.
Yeah, the occasional Kid Matt will not be joining us tonight, and big shout out to the Rock Ambassador Tommy Barricade, who's still on a short hiatus from the Hangouts. He'll be back with us soon. We love you, Tommy. All right, we'll do some intros. First up, Energon Addict. He's up in here. What's up, man?
Yo, what up, boys? Energon Addict. We doing what we got to, or what?
Sure, all in one shot.
Go ahead, do it.
I hope I'm not stealing nobody's thunder, but I got Mr. Galvatron himself too, aka Sovereign, and he's awesome. So
you got to figure bang him a little bit today?
Yeah, I took a pic or two of him. I haven't transformed him, to be honest with you. I probably won't. But he's fucking dope. He's heavy, beautiful, fucking great figure.
Nice.
Really happy with that.
Bomb mode looks so good. I don't blame you for not transforming it. It looks great.
Yeah.
Like I tell you, man, when it comes in bot mode, it stays in bot mode. Pretty much. All right. Next up, we got Big Dom. House, what's up?
What's going on, guys? I got nothing. I got the big fat zero. Sorry.
Do say.
Wow.
Yeah,
For real?
yeah. I got a shipment coming in though, but I'll wait for the next week for that.
Nice. Looking forward to it then.
Stacking up my inventory to release and save on that shipping.
I hear you. All right. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, no problem.
All right. Next up, the Analyzer, Brian Brink. What's up?
Yo, what's up, people? So I got Sovereign as well.
Woo!
He's fantastic. Very, very, very nice. Good job, Fans Toys. Thank you. And I got some Perfect Effect upgrades for some Combiner Wars. Little C-Dub.
Yeah. C-Dub in the house. I'm with you there, Brian. That shit ain't going away. It's not going away.
And these are KO upgrades as well. So for shame, I know. I'm sorry.
All they can get.
I ain't hating on you, brother. It's all good. All right. Next up, Masterpiece Shitpiece.
What's up, y'all? I got the goose egg. Deuced again.
All good, brother. All good. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Always. Next up, Dust Mites.
Yo.
What's up, big man?
Yo. Well, I got Fans Toy Soar from Dinobot Dom right here on the panel. Thanks, brother. Nice hook up. I finally got it. And then I traveled out to the post office today on my day off, 30 miles each way, just so I could get this guy.
Very nice.
It's that kind of day.
Yeah, it's Galvatron Tuesday here, I guess. It is not without its little bit of flaws here and there, but it is beautiful. It is fucking gorgeous. I love it.
It definitely has the look down, that's for sure. I mean,
when you open that box and pick it up, you're just like, even though it's in that fucking stand, that T stand that it was in,
yeah,
it's like, wow, this is wow, really good stuff. I really haven't fucked with it much. I've just been admiring it more than messing around with it.
You know, that was the thing that got me too when I got the Fans Toys Insecticons. When you first take it out of the box, like the heft of those figures like really gets you. So that's how you felt when taking it out of the box, nice and heavy.
Well, you expect that, of course, especially say for Fans Toys or some high quality third party figures lately. But this just for some reason was exceptionally a little bit more wow for me. I don't know. I guess we could. A lot of us got it, so we could talk about this a little bit tonight.
Yeah.
We'll save it for the
Dust,
next
did you smell it?
You know,
Did you get a good whiff?
Look at Dave. Dave's like, where's that? Eat that toy high.
Gotta get the crotch. Gotta get the crotch.
Yeah, let's definitely talk about it since a bunch of us got that in today. That'll be cool.
You smell what Fans Toys is cooking? All right. But
Right. Next up, we got Pinkerton in the house. What's going on, man?
Oh, what's up, party people? Hey, so I got, let's see. I went in the Wayback Machine a little bit, caught up on my Decepticons, Fans Toys, Spotter and Fans Toys, Bombshell. I got both of those in. Just need a kickback. If anybody comes across a Fans Toys kickback, holler at me. That's the only one I'm needing right now. And I also got that, what's that one thing? Fans Toys Galvatron. Yeah, because, you know, that's what all the cool kids are doing.
Yeah, really.
And
no, the cool kids are hating on it. Remember that.
right. And then I just some little just random thing I picked up. I got the Hot Toys Rogue One Darth Vader. So,
Nice.
yeah, just something little I picked up. That's it. That's it for me.
Sweet, man. Quick question, because now that you're getting Decepticons and stuff, how does it feel being on the dark side?
It's fine. I
Feels
just
good.
I just want to get caught up. I mean, I need to get, you know, there's not a whole lot to get really. I need
true.
a couple more seekers and, you know, decide if I'm going to get the cone heads or not. I just really, I need the seekers and kickback, 2 of the seekers, Thundercracker and Skywarp and kickback, and I'll have season 1.
Now you're just strictly doing Takara and Fans Toys.
Yeah, that's all I buy from now on.
Now, would you consider like the BB7s?
You know, I don't know. I don't know. According to the rules I've set for myself, I can't do that. But
No, that's good. I mean, that's great that you set a parameter for your collecting now.
But that means I'm going to have to spend twice as much to get.
Yeah, well, you know,
But hey, I've
stand by your word, man.
Charges to the game, baby.
I've seen some deals in the cafe already on those cone heads. I saw somebody selling 2 of the Takara ones for like $240 yesterday or this week.
Really?
Sometime. Yeah.
That's a deal.
Yeah, I thought so. Made a little bit more.
Are you going to
Easier to
keep the
swallow.
Decepticon? Are you going to keep the Decepticon stuff like mainly season 1 focused?
Yeah, I'm just trying to knock out season 1, you know, first, since I'm having to go back and get stuff, and then after that, you know, season 2. I couldn't pass up on Galvatron though. He looks too nice.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But yeah.
Sweet, huh? All right. Next up, we got Rustamus. What's happening?
Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry, I'm with Dom. I got a big 0. Nothing this week. I'm waiting on some stuff to come in, but nothing so far.
You're waiting on that Tarn.
That's what I'm waiting on. Yes, John.
You know, a lot of
You're
people
right.
are waiting on that Tarn.
Yes.
Should it be shipping now? I see a lot of people starting to get it overseas and
Yeah.
whatnot.
I'm sorry. I talked to Agabus. I sent him a message, and he said he was expecting them soon. But yeah, he said he can't give a definitive time. He said, but they're coming.
Yeah.
Like, all right, good deal. I'm excited.
That means they're on the boat. They're on the boat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Handy got you, man. You know, once he gets them, he's going to be shipping those out quick. So
That'll probably drop the same time as the Make Toys Jazz does. They'll probably be on the same delivery.
Yeah.
Could be. I wouldn't doubt it.
It's in the same fucking container on a ship.
Yep. But I hope the pirates don't get that shit. As for myself, I didn't get much, but I was with Brian. I got some of those C-Dubs Combiner Wars upgrade sets, KO. Half the price of the Perfect Effect, which I have all of them already. But, you know, I was curious with these because you get all the different colors. But with the Bruticus mold, which is a lot better than those earlier molds that they were using. So that was it for me. Light haul. And that's it for intros. So let's talk that Galvatron, man. Everybody got Galvatron. Everybody's feeling it. They're saying it's heavy. It's a dope figure. So like, I want to get everybody's like first impressions on that, guys. Hit me with them. Brian.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I'll
Brian.
go. First impression. It was like the first time. I know it's kind of weird to say that, but it's like the first time I got Quake Wave, right? Like back before we didn't have a lot of options with third party and things. And the first time I remember I took Quake Wave out of the box, I was like taken back. not only by the heft, but by the detail and how it was like, wow, this is not official, but it looks great, kind of thing, you know. And this figure in particular, when I took it out of the box, I kind of felt that same way. I mean, probably the last time I felt that way was like with maybe Stomp or something like that. I mean, not to quote another or put it another Fans Toys figure out there, but this guy is amazing. He's astounding. And you pick him up and you can't stop messing with him. So,
high points, low points.
I have transformed it, and there is one scary part where you have to tab the shoulders in and push him in where his arms become the legs of the cannon.
Yeah.
Like I transformed it, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, wow, if I put this down on the table, it'll just like sink down. And then I was like, all right, let me look at a picture, and I'm like, these things tab in, and I'm like pushing on it. I'm like, it's not tabbing in. It's not tabbing in. And then I was just like, screw it. And I went, bam, and it tabbed in for sure. And then, of course, you watch Bobby's video a couple of days later. I was like, I can't wait to see him do this. Yeah, you saw him struggling, man. And then you think that's scary. When you transform it back to bot mode, you have to pull on that joint to untab it, and that just seems like trouble waiting to happen right there.
Man, I hate that, man. I hate when you have to put like heavy torque like on a figure because you just feel like you're gonna break it. Yeah. Like, is that how it feels? Like you might like break it if you pull too hard?
Maybe. I mean, I guess you just gotta have faith. But you're pulling on that ratchet joint. It's like you're pulling it apart to get that tab out. And it's scary. Hey, man,
interesting.
So, Brian, does it come in robot or cannon mode in the box?
It comes in robot mode.
Thank goodness for that.
Huge. It's a big box.
Yeah. So, but other than that, he's great. He's well balanced. He's like, I don't know. Whenever I pick up one of these third-party figures and it feels just like well balanced like throughout, I always think of this scene from that movie Payback, that Mel Gibson movie. Remember, he like picked up a gun from the pawn shop or whatever, and he's like twirling it around his hands, and even the cop takes it from him and says, "Hey man, this is good balance." I don't know. Whenever I pick up a good figure, that's the scene I think of. I don't know why.
All you don't start twirling it around in your hand.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of transforms into a gun, so I guess it works.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
What was that?
Did you ever get to mess with the DX9 Tyrant?
I did not. I've never even held it.
All right. So like just like through pictures and stuff, do you see anything on that figure that you like over this Fans Toys version or?
I like Tyrant's face sculpt. I think that's nice. Not to say that Sovereign's is not good. I kind of like Tyrant's. All right. Yep. I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else?
I have to say the box is beautiful because I haven't opened mine.
It's a nice box, man. The artwork is really nice.
I haven't even taken the.
It's huge.
Yeah, it is a big bastard.
Chris, is the box have sharp corners?
Well, when I was making love to it, it did not cut me. So.
Did you see Dom's face?
It's all serious.
There's no sharp corners.
No, no sharp corners. I actually haven't even taken the plastic off of it. Yeah. So.
Actually, one thing to know about that box, they changed their design, right? Didn't they used to kind of mimic a Masterpiece box?
Mm-hmm.
And so this actually has
definitely a different design.
Yep.
Well, still have the Unicron WMD artwork. Same guy that did the other stuff.
Got that WMD.
WMD, yeah.
Yo, question. Didn't we meet that guy at TFCon?
Yeah.
He was an Agabus.
Yeah.
The older guy there.
That's who I bought my Tyrant off of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's right, Nick. Your Tyrant has the special fix he did for the cannon, right? Where it fits on the
you can put it under the arm.
Right. Oh. So you guys, how tall is Sovereign exactly? I mean, I kind of get it. I'm getting an idea, but it's hard. I haven't seen him scale with anything. Like, well, let's see.
Oh, let me whip something out here and show you. Well, I gotta fold that over 4 times, and well, I don't have my fucking.
I think
But-
he's MP10 size. I think.
Is it about MP10 size? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I don't have my tape measure.
Oh, here we go.
I usually keep a tape measure right next to.
He is just under. He's about 10 inches to the top of the crest of his head.
Well, that's pretty good. He's good height on him, that's for sure. All right, cool.
One thing that I saw when I was just saw Brink messing with him, I didn't realize he was that glossy.
Yeah,
He really has a
Yeah,
nice finish.
He's
on
really
it.
shiny.
he's
That's
painted.
He's got a nice finish.
Yeah, it's got some metal flake in there. I guess.
Yeah, it's got a light metal flake. I didn't think I was gonna like it at first, but you really don't notice it unless you got extreme light on it, and then it's really not that. It's not that horrendous. It's not that
Yeah, the paint looks really nice on it. What I've seen, it's pretty good. I know Bobby seemed to like the paint a lot when in his review.
It's really done well, and it's funny. I watched Bob's video this morning before I went to the post office, and then he was talking about the hands, and I'm like, nah, he's crazy, blah blah blah. Then I opened it up, I'm like, oh god damn, they are big hands.
Yeah,
big
they are.
hands.
They
So
are
the
big
hands are a little big. That would be one thing I didn't like. I don't like the soft ratchet in the shoulder. It's a
Okay.
nice ratchet, but it's a soft ratchet, and there's a little play going out a little bit. It's just me being picky, but see that little bit of play?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of play there, and there's a little bit of play in the waist, but it's because it's such a nice waist ratchet there. That, and I think the only other thing, and this is just me being super duper picky, is the foot joint, the foot down here. It seems like it's gonna start to wear after a while, and it's a very heavy figure, so you'll get the tilt, the tilt forward here a little
Yeah, I
bit.
got you.
Right now, it's fine. It's not giving me any problems at all, and that's just me being a thinker about it. But maybe in the future that might be a slight issue. The treads aren't annoying to me at all. I think the treads look great. It's pretty clean in the back.
Yeah.
The back of the legs are super clean.
That's one thing I think is amazing. How nice it cleans up. It just cleans up so nice.
And the thing that I didn't like about Tyrant was I didn't like the thighs and I didn't like the legs and the feet.
Mhm.
The chest was a little too barrelish, a little roundish, but it does. That's not a turn off for me for the DX9 one.
Right.
But other than that, I like the aesthetic on this on the legs more, and the thighs looked a little bit more better for me.
Does it bother you when you pose it? I mean, I don't know if you posed it or not yet. If you've gotten any dynamic poses out of it, but the way the feet work with the ankle tilt, it kind of breaks the sculpt. Does that bother you any? Or
Not at all. Not at all. I'm not.
It looks like if you set it a certain way, you wouldn't even notice it anyway. So.
Yeah, I'm not a big dynamic posing guy. You'll get a little
Okay.
leg action out of me here and there, some
I
arms and
gotcha.
stuff like that. But I'm not setting them in karate kicks or anything like that in my setup.
I hear
so
you.
I could see where maybe it might bug some people, but for me, no, not at all. It's not that big of a. It's not really that big of a sculpt issue, You just got a little bit of a,
Yeah, a little bit of gap, but it looks like it covers up in the front a bit because of the way the top of the
You would have to do like a really, really wide stance for it to
right.
show an issue.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. And then then the knees seem to do okay. I mean, they don't break sculpt too bad or nothing like that. There's
Russ, I wanted to show you that. So obviously the first picture we got when Cody posted, right?
Right.
So,
but see,
he's like, "What's that? Trash can?" Blah blah blah.
yeah, I know,
It's like, "Oh, you guys, quack quack." But if you do it right,
yeah.
they go like that, right? So
Okay.
there's no. It's double.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So maybe it's a matter of every picture I've seen where it's been like that. It's because they're not moving the knee correctly.
Nope.
Right.
They're pulling it out of its spot. I got
See,
you.
that's
Here, look. Mine
Okay. Well, I
That's
take back
incredible too. Like how pictures can really like ruin like a figure. Like you could look at a picture and be like,
See,
man,
no-
that doesn't look good, but it could just be mistransformed or misposed.
No duck bill in here,
Yeah, I take back my criticism. I take it back because you guys have educated me, shown me the error of my ways.
Education.
Education.
Yeah. One thing else to note with these treads. So you see, I can cross his arms, which I just did now, and I think that's fantastic.
Yeah,
But
me
these
too.
these treads are on this thing you can turn, so they're not sticking out there. You can always put them behind his arm, so it's nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is nice that you can maneuver them around and keep them out of your way. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad. Anna really likes Galvatron, so I was trying to sell her on this guy, and she just can't get past the price point on it. She thinks it's too high. I'm trying to tell her you're going to pay. That's what you're going to pay for a premium figure, but
You know,
that's
Russ,
hard
I
to
have to
get
say, I've spent this much on figures that weren't nowhere near as good quality,
really,
and it's well worth it. You know,
yeah,
it's well worth it.
yeah. I think she'd like him if she got her hands on it, but because everyone's told me it's heavy, feels real solid, feels nice. So,
And then again, I didn't transform it yet. You know,
yeah. Well, I think that's kind of the
me and my fumble fingers. You know, I don't know if that's going to be but we'll see. You know, in time. I always like to, at least with Fans Toys, you know, try it at least one time.
Yeah. It looks like it's a hard transformation, but I'm betting if you do it a couple times, it might not be so bad. I don't know. It's maybe like most of them, you know.
Well, some of the joints are really stiff, like this thing that you flip out to replace the cannon and flip the head under. Even Bobby was saying in his video, because I was transforming it without instructions and without watching a video first, and I'm looking at him like, is this supposed to come out? I'm like, I'm pulling on it, it's not budging. I don't know.
You know,
do it.
30s in the chat saying, talk about the knee ratchets. They're weak. I don't know. Maybe you got a fucked up figure, because my knee ratchets are fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody say anything about the knee ratchets being weak. Everyone, no one's really said anything about that.
Maybe the
Might be the
thigh
first.
ratchet.
Yeah, sometimes you could catch the occasional bad egg out there, but
That's
the
true.
The majority, yeah, because everybody's
These ratchets are so good that it's shaking me as I'm fucking vibrating all the way to my fucking knees when I fucking move this guy around.
Let's segue into your likes and dislikes and your feelings on it.
Well, look, I took this thing out the box, and the minute I picked it up and, you know, just got him in a decent pose, I was like, oh, wow, this is so... And plus, my last purchase was Lupus. And, I mean, he's not horrible, but he's not the best figure out there. And I was just, like, kind of, like, hoping that, you know, they went in a better direction, which they did. This thing, I was waiting for it for a long time, and I'm so happy with it. It's Galvatron. I mean, you look at it, and you can't say anything otherwise. You can't really. There's not too many negatives on it.
Yeah, I watched the movie this weekend, and I've been watching season 3 all day today.
That'll get you in the mood for it, man.
Yeah. You know, and when I first got it, I let it sit. I let it simmer for like 2 hours on the coffee table next to the recliner, and I was watching it. And I was just looking at the box, just waiting for the right time. And I was like, you know what? Now's the time. Do it.
It's not right yet.
It's weird. It's weird.
Right.
Certain figures, I'm definitely like that, man. It's just, I can't just open it up, get it out of the box, and then open it up right away and be like, you got to enjoy. You got to, you know, it's like fine wine. You pop the cork, you sniff it, you let it breathe.
For me, I got a bit of a rule. If I put a repro label on it, that's it. That's my definitive.
That's a guy.
That's my guy.
That's interesting you say that, because I wonder if you guys that have gotten this figure. Can you say that this guy will be your definitive masterpiece Galvatron, even if like Takara does one? Do you think down the road you might be tempted to switch it out, or do you think this is your guy? You're gonna stick with him?
Oh, without a doubt, this is mine. I mean, if there is an official, I'll probably get that too. You know, I'm a huge Megatron Galvatron fan, you know, and if a third party is going to be close to Toon, I'll buy it. And of course, Takara, if they're going to be close to it, I'll get that also, just because I'm not an official fanboy, but just to get it, you know, you have to have it. You know, if you're going to be a masterpiece collector, then just call yourself a third party collector.
Would you display both of them, or would you just put one away?
See, I'm having a problem with that now. When I just totally redid all my shelves, and when it came to Shockwave, of course, I used the Takara one. Now I have Quakewave, which I love, and now I did my shelves, and it's kind of just out there. It's like, where do I put it? You know, I have it separated by season, and I started season 2 and season 3 under, and I'm like, well, where does he go now? Where does this one go? You know, so it's tough.
Decisions, man.
Yeah, I gotta find like a rogue shelf somewhere and put like him on there with exhaust and all these other weird characters that you know, like the G2 Sideswipe that I like. You know,
Right.
just have like a buffet shelf.
I still gotta get my add-on kit for that figure.
The Rambo kit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
still
great.
get that.
Dave, anything you disliked about it?
Not really. I keep
Not
going back.
hate, but maybe just
No. I would say probably, I don't know. I keep for some reason looking at the hands like they're too big, but when you put them in a fist, they look great.
yeah, that's it. But when you open them fuckers up, it's
Yeah,
kinda-
they're
Yeah.
fucking large, like shit.
Yeah.
Are
Aside
these
from that, no.
are these the Dinobot hands?
Oh
So
shit!
It's quite possible.
Put the Dinobot hands on it.
No,
Paint 'em
these have
purple.
a different knuckle
Yeah.
than the Dinobots do.
I wish he
the
would have came
hands-
with a smirk.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Smirking
Nah,
face.
you know what? Just put a plastic bag over his head and choke
That's
him
it.
out.
It comes with the regular face, and it comes with like an open face, like sort of like, kind of reminds me when Unicorn transforms and he's on the chest and he's like, oh, you know, mouth
Yeah,
open.
that's cool. And I think it always adds to the excitement also. Like Galvatron's like such an iconic character. So I
Yeah.
feel like when they put a figure out, like now you have a masterpiece version of that character. You know, something that probably who would have thought you'd ever get like a figure like that. I think that's freaking awesome. You know?
Another thing that I didn't like was how the cannon clips into his arm. I just think that the stub is too short. I mean, you got to push down, like Bob said in his review. But I wish it went in a little bit further, and there was a little bit of articulation on it where you could tilt it, you know, a little bit. I don't know, just for better posing and whatnot. But like I said, it's minor, stupid, fucking gripes that Transformers fans come up with.
Which color
That's
cannon
true.
do you like better? The toy?
Solid.
The solid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep
I
like
like the-
going back and forth. I kind of like the translucent one a little bit.
All right. What about the artichoke?
Yeah,
You guys
the
like
hell
the artichoke?
thing was nuts.
No.
Why? It's like that's just I didn't need that. It's cool and all, but I didn't need that.
So now with the XTB version supposedly still coming out, and now with this one already out, like, is anybody even kind of considering like another version of this?
They
Like-
would really
like
have
what-
to
what-
really
like
knock
what-
it out of the park, man.
That's what I was about to say. Like, what would sell you like on another version of Galvatron now that actually Fans Toys has this version out? Like, do you think it could be topped?
If
Anytime
it walks,
soon?
If it walks and talks, maybe.
You know, we always say that, and it always tends to be one company that comes out with something better, and you're like, oh shit! Just when you think you have the definitive representation of the figure and the character, you're like, here comes something else.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
You gotta believe Takara's gonna do it down the road, man. You gotta believe they are.
I mean, I don't see why they don't jump on the bandwagon with the season 3 shit because they don't have to buy
Yeah.
licensing for it.
I agree. It's all shit they don't
just
need.
bang them out. Just design them and bang them out. Get them done.
I agree. And you know, I think they'll be extremely tune accurate with it too, because that seems to be their way. So that's something to really look at if you want the tune accuracy. Takara might be what you might out. Takara could probably replace this if you want tune accuracy. You know, I mean, this thing looks pretty tune accurate too to me, but but Takara might.
Hey
be
guys,
able to
Dom had to dip out, so
okay. I thought he was having problems in some rollout.
Yeah, I had to restart.
yeah, I'm
so.
going to tell you right now, they have big fucking shoes to fill with this one.
Yeah.
They do. And I'm not waving the Fans Toy flag here, but they really did a nice job with this.
You can wave the flag. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, no shit. If you like it, you like it, man. Shit, that's awesome. You know.
You're allowed to wave the flag.
I mean,
For
come on,
us, you know, as they say, patience saves pockets. So even if you don't get it now, you know that's gonna eventually be up in the cafe soon enough. Somebody's not gonna like it. Somebody, you know, and you'll be able to get a decent one.
I'll tell you this though, you remember how I was all loving the, Elagos and all that, and how it's you put these two together, it's just like wow, it's like
does he like blow?
Yeah.
Does it make the Elegos look retarded? Like
fucking
ridiculous?
A, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean,
that's
they look
horrific,
great together, man. They look really good together.
man.
And picking this guy up right now, he feels great. But then when you pick up this Fans Toys, and you're just like, whoa,
One of these things just doesn't belong.
So I want to see. I can't wait to see what Fans Toys is going to do with their Cyclonus.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, man. That's some, man, jeez.
And I'm watching a lot of season 3. Now I got to change out Elagos's face and put the fucking goatee on because
that looks awesome.
you see it.
Yeah.
You don't realize it, but you do see them with the goatee on it more. I'm like 9 episodes in, and you see him a lot more with the little shaded goatee there
Absolutely.
than without. So,
Well, you can't
Definitely.
you can't be left out. The Galvatron's got one, or at least the Sovereign does, and Scourge has facial hair. You know, it's,
Just adds to the evil look, man. You know,
yes.
that's it.
that looks great.
You got your trifecta too, Dust, right? You got like Andros too?
Yeah.
So you have all 3 of them? Nice,
Yeah.
man.
Now
That's
I
nice.
want to get. Now I need to get more sweeps.
Are you gonna wait, or are you gonna keep going?
I
with
don't
your
know.
transbox?
I don't know. If I find a deal, I find a deal.
Well, yeah, I guess as more and more companies make them, you might start finding them cheaper. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were actually selling those sweeps for pretty decent prices in the Facebook group.
It was a 3-pack, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Like
decent.
280.
You're getting them for like a 100 each. Yeah,
Yeah, it was on,
like
it was
maybe even a little. They less than 100 each.
yeah,
so
I
I
paid
think
like
that's a good deal.
$140 for the one, and then you're selling fucking 3 for that under 3. You get out of here.
Weren't there like subtle differences in the 3-pack? Then they have like
They just put little add-ons and shit in there.
Yeah.
One came with the Starscream's Ghost, and then there was the Eye of Metroplex, and
All right, that's what it was. Okay.
What
Pretty cool
weren't
stuff though.
Weren't the nails a different color too? Like the
I don't know,
fingernails
were
and
they?
shit?
I
Yeah.
you know, if they would have really did a little bit more differences in the sculpts, I think that would have got people a little bit more interested in purchasing that set. I think they flew too close to the sun with that, just releasing them that way. You know, they should have did more subtle differences to make people say, "Oh shit, I really want to get that set." You know, not just throw a bunch of shit in a box and say, "Hey, you get this shit with them." You know,
It's a good point.
it's not that much of a. It wasn't that much of a draw for me. You know, at that price point, even.
Yeah.
didn't they come with like a Starscream, like ghost or something?
Like
parts?
a transport thing.
Yeah.
Transparent. You put over his.
Yeah, it's
The
all
wings.
different. They come with, one of them comes with the eye unicron, one comes with
Mhm.
the Starscream parts. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's cool. Like just the fact that, you know, you have to shell out the cash for them, I guess, to get them as a set. But since you're getting them, you know, for under $100 each, and then to get those little add-ons, I think that's a pretty nice little bonus.
Mhm. I think, and I believe they didn't have the LEDs in them, so that's why it brought the price point down quite a bit, also. And I don't really care about the LEDs. I'm never going to use them.
Yeah,
These
I
third-party
wouldn't either.
companies have to start understanding that nobody really gives a fuck about electronics, honestly.
Yeah, actually, to be honest, I thought this Galvatron might have it in his thing. I was looking at that gun barrel. I'm like, where's the batteries go? Because I could have swore it was gonna light up, but I guess not.
Let's save a couple of bucks. Save us like $30 on your figures, and don't put those fucking electronics in there.
Yeah. I was never a fan of that, even as a kid. Like I never liked the electronics in my figures.
Really? Like the G1 Shockwave? You didn't like that?
Like I don't know, like I wasn't like a fan, like because I guess like once they ran out, like you know, and, you know, you're a kid, so you got to bug your parents to get batteries. If they don't get them for you, then that toy is basically like that. You know?
My mom couldn't afford batteries. Once them
Yeah.
we got them for Christmas, and once that shit died, it died.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so it wound up being like kind of like a brick after that. You know, so I never like appreciated that as a kid.
Oh no, man.
I had a bunch of those Mattel fucking handheld games with no 9-volt.
My mom got mad as shit at me because my Shockwaves ran out. I took the 9-volt battery out of the smoke detector and put that shit in my Shockwave. She was like, "Are you stupid?"
My mom just yelled at me for licking the 9-volt.
That explains so much.
Guys ever lick a 9-volt?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Next week we're all showing up with 9-volts, and we're all gonna lick them at the same time.
Get zapped on the tongue.
Well, thanks for the opinions on the Galvatron, guys. Much appreciated.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Hey, Chris,
I
I'm
hope-
really interested to hear your take on it too. So
Yeah, I'm hoping to get it open. My little guy's bugging the crap out of me, so I told him when I got home this weekend, we busted open. Which means I'll have to transform it with a 3-year-old in my lap. You guys think it started?
Good luck.
Yeah.
Nope,
Right.
you gotta try to record it too, man, because we want to see that.
You know, he's a little character. He's in a couple of my videos. What's in the box, and then the guys will tell you before we do the show on Mondays. He's always going, "Can I talk to their friends?" He's always got something to say. So
He likes Ultra Magnus.
he loves Ultra Magnus.
Hey, good character. I can see why.
Yeah, he always wants me to transform Ultra Magnus. I'm like, okay.
I don't have an hour to do this.
Never again. I had to bust out the YouTubes to
I
remember.
never transformed that figure myself.
It's fun once you. I forgot how you had to like kind of slide the whole arm out. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I have nothing. I'm not going to do it very often, but I did it for him.
Yeah, that's one I would eventually like to transform at least once.
You can do it, Dust.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there was that KFC Stacks incident, and
Well, Iron Man
incident?
Stacks is a bitch.
yeah, that was an old incident. Rolling Steel can tell you about that story. Oh, wow.
You know, Dust, if you transform Magnus, you have to transform an MP car so you can
Yeah.
drive them up in there.
I think I have Tiger Track somewhere transformed. Bobby style. I think I have one here, Bobby style transformed, so I can just roll that bad boy in there.
Like, does everybody keep Tiger Tracks in like the alt mode? I mean,
I just do it to pay homage to him. he's actually right over there. Let me go
that's
get him.
funny, dude. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
And it's not even it's a KO.
Yeah, I sold mine. I did have the KO, but I sold it.
Oh man.
Oh, hey, exciting news. The Articulated Icons Kickstarter posted an update today to us that are participating, and guess what? Yeah, they're not going to ship before Chinese New Year. They were supposed to ship before Chinese New Year, so now it's going to be like April.
What's that?
The ninjas.
Oh Jesus, we're
Still?
still
Wow.
waiting on them.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Damn.
Didn't we start pushing that when we first started Enter the Realm?
Yeah, well, no, I don't know about that, but I know those paid out like 2 weeks before TFCon 2015. Yeah, 2015.
Man,
So
that's
I was
quite a
like,
while,
damn,
man.
I just dropped all that money.
And here's good old Tiger Tracks.
There he is. Panel lines and everything.
The properly colored Sunstreaker. This is the color Sunstreaker should be, not orange. Bad cube.
Happy birthday.
But you were talking about Kickstarters. I can't wait.
Figure.
I can't wait for that Unrustable Bastards one.
Yeah, I went in on that one too.
Me too. Did you guys listen to their interview on Toy Detox with the Sid? I forget his last name.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. That was a good interview.
Yeah. Got a good, nice amount of information. You know what I'm saying? I like the fiction that they were talking about to go along with the toy line, you know, just to kind of sell you on it a little bit more. And it is the MMC designers, right? Like doing that.
Yep.
Same guy that did some of these MMC figures. You know, you could see it. Like if you look at those figures, you can definitely kind of tell, you know. So they look like they're going to be quality, man. Like I actually did want to go in on that and then just kind of missed the deadline. But they are going to put a retail release out eventually from what I understand. So I'll just pick it up.
Probably. I'm sure BBTS will pick up on it. They like to sell everything.
Yeah, I mean, those things are, like for the people that got in on the Kickstarter, though, it is going to be, those figures are going to be exclusive to them, like the packaging and the markings, you know, the paint and stuff like that. The retail releases are going to be like a separate thing. Like you're definitely going to be able to tell the difference, you know. So it's cool, man. Like it's a nice, you know, incentive. They weren't that expensive, just the price of any other basic third-party figure. Like if you put down 100 or 130, you know, for the basic, along with the little prospect figure, and yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I thought that was a pretty cool deal.
Not too bad. If you're into that.
Unrustable bastards. Yeah, I was reading up on it. Like I was reading up on it. Like it was pretty cool. I did like what they're trying to bring to the table.
Not bad. I like the name Unrustable Bastards. That's pretty good.
They changed it too, didn't they?
Well, I think it has to be the Unrustables because I think the the
Yeah.
Bastards is not retailer friendly.
Okay. The
Yeah.
Unrustables didn't do bad either. That's okay.
Yeah,
If they're trying to reach out to a higher audience and market, yeah, you would have to
Yeah.
drop the bastards. Guys like us, guys like us, we love that shit. But yeah,
Yeah,
So they did
exactly.
do that. It's actually I think they did change the name. I don't remember what they changed it to, but they did take the bastard off because a lot of their push was for retail. A lot of that push at the end was, I think they opened up like almost like a wholesale deal. People that wanted to buy quantity. Yeah, so I think that may be where they decided to change the name up a little bit.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah.
They're trying to sell stuff, man, to everybody. They want everyone to be into it. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
And you know what? And the target date that they were asking for that, like Chris is saying, like he's still waiting on those ninjas, and it's been over a year. Like, and they said they're gonna try to get those figures out like in August.
try.
No, well, what happened
This year?
is they had they posted in the email they sent out. It was the email from the manufacturer in very broken English, basically saying that they screwed up and put the wrong pins in some figures, and that they didn't want to send them out wrong, so they're redoing them. Which I guess it's better than getting busted toys.
I would
That's
appreciate
commendable.
that.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, at least they're trying to make sure that you're taking care of people. I mean, there's other companies that would have went right on ahead with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's commendable, man. Like, cause you put out a bad figure, that figure is bad forever. You know what I'm saying? But if you have to wait a little bit longer for a good figure, at least you're gonna get a good figure. The wait is eventually gonna be over. So
that's true. That's true. I
Just
definitely would
gotta
rather
be patient.
wait.
Yep. So, but I think that was cool. Like that these guys doing those unrustable figures that they're trying to. They said they're, they think that it's pretty reasonable that they're gonna hit that target date. And I think they said like the production on a lot of these things was pretty like far along, so they would just needed, I guess, the capital to finish up, and so hopefully they hit that target, and everybody's happy with their figures.
That's awesome.
Like if everybody like sings the praises of those things when they come out, and then if they do put out a retail release, then I'll probably definitely be in on that, because I did dig the story, and I thought the design of those figures was interesting. Really nice. Yeah. I like Sons of Anarchy and all that stuff, so they kind of seem to be like that Sons of Anarchy vibe and this Transformers like world and setting. So pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
All right. Anything else, Brian? Did you have something you wanted to bring up? You had a topic you wanted to talk about?
Oh, I'm not sure which one to do first, but I guess we could go around the panel. But I was kind of curious. Last night on ETR, I think it was it Snarlix, I think, who asked the question.
Yep.
About like, what do you consider hoarding versus, I forget what the comparison was, but last night I said, if you're buying so much stuff and you can't display it and you just keep it in boxes or whatever, like, I would consider that hoarding, and that speaks to my situation. But then Jisk brought up an interesting point, based on what you see on those reality shows. He's like, well, no, actually hoarding might be something where you just accumulate stuff and you cannot let it go. And so, you see folks, in our, group that we run with here, like Dust and things like that. Dust put up a whole bunch of stuff for sale today, and he changes, like where he wants his collection to go, kind of stuff like that, based on what he's interested in. But there's other people that are out there that even if they decide to change the direction of their collection, they just won't let anything go. But anyway, I was just kind of curious with the rest of you guys out here, like, what do you consider? Do you consider yourself a hoarder, or do you need help, or like, what do you consider hoarding?
Brian, if you don't mind, I'll answer that first. So
Yeah.
We've spoken before about this, and I'm kind of like in your situation where I have all these toys, but I don't have them out in display yet. I mean, that's in the foreseeable future, near future, but right now I have them boxed. I do take them out. I do, from time to time take, a handful of them out. It's not like, I leave them completely untouched. And the way I like to display them is like the same way like other people in the group do. You know, we take a nice picture, we throw it on Instagram, you know, show, you know, the latest figure, or just I grab something out the room sometimes. It's just like, hey, I'm gonna go make this look cool. You know what I mean? Go take a quick pic. It I don't consider it hoarding only because I'm not like, you know, I just don't buy anything. You know, I'm buying exactly what I want. You know, I'm planning for something in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like I can foresee the display that I want to have. I don't plan on just leaving it boxed and, you know, collecting dust in the corner.
Huh? You call me?
But yeah, I mean, you know, again, it's a little, you know, heartbreaking when, you know, you see like all your friends or people in the group and their displays look awesome and you're like, oh shit, I wish my shit looked like that. But, you know, it'll get there. And, you know, as for now, I can't stop the addiction, you know.
Yep.
You know, I just love these things, man. If I buy something and something comes out a week later and I want it, I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? It's regardless if I have somewhere to put it out or not. You know, that's the way I see it.
Damn plastic crack.
Damn fucking John addict motherfucking shit.
There you
You know what, Dave? I'm kind of with you there. Similar situation. You know, I got a ton of stuff in my bedroom. Like the whole corner of my room is pretty much. I got a lot of my collection. It's all boxed up because I don't have the space to display it. But I also wouldn't consider it hoarding because, again, you know, we buy a lot of stuff and there's always things you want. But I have no problem selling something, you know, if I need to get rid of it, you know. Love that hashtag sell to survive as always, you know. So and plus though, you know, when you think of like hoarding, like, you know, I've seen those shows, you know, and like if you walk into those people's places, like you can't even walk, like there's nowhere to go, you're climbing over stuff, you know. And my collection's definitely not like that. Like I have a ton of shit for sure, like it's definitely a lot more than I should have in the corner of my bedroom, but I'm just pressed for space, you know. So but I still wouldn't really consider it hoarding, like I said, because I'm always able to get rid of stuff if I want to, you know, make space. And that's my like opinion on it, you know. Like, you know, there's always something you want, you know. So that's kind of like the thing. But I think with the hoarders, they can't let go. And for me, it's definitely okay to let go of some of that stuff when I feel like I have to do it. So.
Well, it's Shelf Warmer said something in the chat. He says it's hoarding if you can't bear to get rid of the shipping box or the bubble wrap a figure came in as much as the figure. And I did have that little bit of an issue this past 6 months, but it wasn't a hoarding issue. It was a laziness issue.
I have that problem too.
I sell everything, and I need boxes when I want to sell everything. I like to keep a couple of boxes around for when I sell.
Yeah.
So I can just throw something in there real quick and get it to the post office the next day if I do feel like selling something like today.
Same here. Reuse that shipping material, man.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Shout out to the Agabus peanuts and the DF Source bubble wrap and the Crash Box bubble wrap and
sure.
You know,
dude, I used to have a beanbag chair, and every package I had that had peanuts, I would just unzip that chair and fill her up.
Dude, that's a great idea.
They have a use other than packing? Wow. Nice.
You know what's a great positive thing with this? It's when we invest in these toys, whether we get the same money we put in to it back or we're just selling to survive, you know, you're just rotating and putting it back into your hobby so you're not coming out of pocket. You know, so if you change up, I mean, but then you look at collectors, say like Deluxe, he never gets rid of everything. He just keeps buying and buying and buying, and he's hardcore with that, you know. So everybody has their own way of style of collecting and what they like. Yep. Mine just happens to change a lot.
Mm-hmm. Hey, just real quick, Charms says he kind of hoards Legos. He's in the chat.
Lego.
Yes. Pardon. Well, I was reading verbatim, so don't correct Charms. So you know, funny thing, you know, I've got a good amount of Lego too. Just stuff from my childhood, just in bins. And people are like, "You ever gonna get rid of that?" And I'm like, "Never." And they're like, "Why?" I was like, when the world economy crumbles, we're going to be trading Lego for groceries. Trust me. So you got that rare piece, man. You could be able to feed yourself for a couple days, I think. So just saying. Don't get rid of your Legos, people. Lego.
I kind of feel like a hoarder right now because I don't have any shelves up and all my stuff is just all around me in this room. You know, it's like a fucking death trap right now.
Yeah, I gotta say something, man. Dust, you put a fucking lens flare picture up on Instagram. You got fucking J. Ruse in the hangout right now.
No shit.
I gotta say, you got his attention, bro.
By the way, it was up.
Holy shit!
Was it like the bad signal? Is that what it
drew
was?
me like a moth of flame.
Yeah, he was guilted into this.
This
Yeah.
motherfucker just woke up. That's what you guys don't realize.
I did just wake up.
What's up, man?
My lens flare picture was definitely paying homage to Mr. J. Ruse there. Overly lens flared picture.
It was pretty good though. That's not for nothing.
So what's up, man? How you doing? Jay Ruse, how you doing here?
Jay Ruse, welcome to the R.O.C. Hangout.
Yeah.
I'm good. How you guys?
First timer here.
Yeah, man. Damn.
Well, first timer to a
broadcast.
live one,
Yes. Hey, let's catch up. We talked about Fans Toys Sovereign, of course.
Yeah.
Did you get that today, like everybody else?
I did.
What are
He
you
is
thinking?
fantastic,
You wanna
dude.
give
When I
us
pulled him out of the fucking styrofoam,
Yeah.
the first thing that hit me was how heavy he was.
Yeah, see, that's what everyone was saying.
See, and I did bring that up earlier. Like, if that was like something that gets you, you know, like when you just take him out of the box, the heft, you know.
Yeah.
But he's heavy. He's as heavy, if not heavier, than their Fans Toys Dinobots. You know, that got me. And I think, like after watching Bobby's review, I can feel that the whole torso is all die cast. You know,
Damn.
and then the feet. It's amazing.
Wow.
Is there a little die cast in the thighs, or is that just that's just a thicker plastic?
No, the thighs are not, but the knee joints.
Oh, yeah.
The knee joints.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that inside. You see that joint? That's beautiful, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. So good. But like this guy just looks phenomenal. We were having a talk in our chat about which emblem to put on, so I googled this shit, and I just put the straight up purple over purple because that's how he is in the cartoon. So you can barely see it, but that's actually how it is in the show.
Yeah, I did the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get a sheet of purple.
Look at you guys going all accurate, too, and accurate. All right. Like
They were bringing up the knee thing too. Like, did you just mention that? Like sometimes when people take pictures of the knee, it looks like it's fucked up. But Brank showed us the joint.
It doesn't have. There's actually another joint in there that you gotta open, and it'll stay flush.
Yep.
Push up on that, J. Rose. Push that knee. There's another joint. The knee goes to another joint, and then you'll be able to push. Now push it up. You could push that whole knee pad up.
Yep.
No, while it's bent.
I had to apologize for my
See, look right here.
disrespect.
Look at mine. Look, no duck knees, no ducks. So everybody out there talking duck shit. Quiet. No ducks.
So that's cool. Like, any other kind of first impressions from it? Any dislikes? Anything like that's you're not feeling from it?
I mean, stuff that was pointed out in Bobby's review, like it's blatantly obvious. Like, look at that elbow.
Yeah.
Or lack of elbow. You know what I mean? But who cares, man?
I've seen worse, and there is
That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me at all.
There's more there than you would say than just say like a Polyon was, or there's other third party that are like that too.
Yep. I mean, but God, this guy. I mean, this thing is fully 100%. Well, not 100%. All of the purple is 100% painted.
Yeah, see, that's amazing. They definitely didn't skimp on the paint. That's for sure.
Everything except the fingers. I think you're right. Wow.
Just the fingers, because even the hand is painted.
Yep.
The helmet is painted. All of the fucking gun bits hanging off the back are painted. Like, I mean, this thing is worth more than what we paid for it. You know?
That's
Don't
That's what
say
I
that.
said.
Don't
I
let-
said I paid more for figures that weren't nowhere
Sure,
near
there's
this
more for the
quality.
next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, fucking phenomenal. And I still don't have a Scourge, and I still don't have a Cyclonus, and I think I'm gonna wait till Fans Toys puts it out, because if it's anything like this quality, I'm glad I waited.
Okay, so if you waited for the Galvatron, so you don't have Tyrant then, but just based off like images and stuff, is there anything on the Tyrant figure that you might say you like more over this figure? Like just off comparisons, like
Nope.
from what you've seen? Nothing?
No.
All right.
I never liked the shoulders on Tyrant, or those those bits that hung up on his shoulders. Like this part I'm talking about here on Tyrant, I didn't like them. On him, they're like perfect. No, thinking at Tyrant, I think I like everything on this one much better.
Mm.
Sweet.
And that's why, yeah, I'm glad I'm gonna wait for the Fans Toys Cyclonus and the Fans Toys Scourge, whatever they look like.
Have you transformed it yet, J. Bruce?
I will not be transforming it. You know what it is?
Don't say that filthy word to him, sir.
I don't mind transforming my toys, but
I don't know
something
that you
like
need to,
this,
dude.
there's something
Yeah.
like this, dude. It's like I don't want to risk damaging the paint.
Yeah,
know?
well, I understand that. But
And-
he's
And I already got the enjoyment of watching Bobby do it, so I don't need to do it myself. You know?
But he's also a character you can get away with that with too, anyway, because he didn't really transform all that much in the cartoon anyway.
Yeah,
He
his
was
transformation-
always in bomber, you know.
Fucking, his transformation is stupid. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a giant cannon. Sure, yeah, fine.
He basically gets on his hands and knees.
The only time you're going to want to transform is when you do a reenaction pick of this the coronation scene.
I was just
Yeah,
about to
that's
say it. I was
true.
like, you're
That-
not going to be
that-
tempted?
You know,
To
when
do
you
it just for that.
transform that, you're going to have to set something up and get on the floor and get all your
Yeah.
photography equipment out. And
We need to see a J. Ruse reenactment of that scene.
I will
Come on.
borrow somebody's Titan Wars Galvatron, transform that, and use that for the fucking pick. I'm not transforming this motherfucker.
or what you could do is just like have it where just the cannon sticking out.
Yup.
Yeah,
And then you see
exactly.
screaming about use your perspective,
With the big purple cauliflower, right? That's it.
Yeah.
It's an artichoke.
Artichoke. My bad. Yeah, cauliflower looks nothing like. You're right.
Wonderful.
So
That doesn't.
You
Does that
know
thing
what would be
break
killer
apart?
if the treads moved? Is
Oh, yeah, that would-
is
that
me
would be
getting a little
awesome.
too crazy?
you know what? I mean, it probably the piece would have had to been bigger, but no, they probably could have done it.
Yeah,
Like
maybe
if you look at this gray piece, if this was thicker a little bit, because I could see why it's going into the piece. So if they just made it stick out a little bit
And
further,
it's kind of tough. You don't want to make a rubber one because it'll deteriorate over time.
Rubber.
I mean, you're at this point we got die cast with plastic mixed in. That's going to deteriorate already. So might as well throw the rubber in there. Let it totally self-destruct. Fuck it. You know.
Yeah. Good job with us. All right, we just figured we'll catch you up, and then
Oh, cool.
Right.
what we're talking about now is collecting and hoarding borderlines.
Did we talk about the face sculpt? How perfect it is?
Well, I think Brian
We are
mentioned
now.
he kind of liked the one on the DX9 one better, in his opinion. But like, that one looks good to me too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
I think they both look great. So
So yeah, I mean, I don't own the DX9 one, but I mean, I just think having this one in hand, that face sculpt is fucking phenomenal.
yeah.
And then Fans Toys does this thing with their eyes, even with their Dinobots, is they use that metallic fleck paint for the eyes instead of using some translucent shit or just regular paint, regular red paint. It uses like that metallic paint in the eyes.
Yeah, metal.
Oh
Did they
my
do the
God.
same thing for the purple on them? Like, didn't somebody mention it was kind of like that too? You get that little bit of fleck in the
Yeah, there's metal flake in it.
Yep.
There is metal flake, and when I first saw it, I thought I was gonna hate it, but when having it in the hand, like I said, unless it's under extreme light, you really don't notice it that much.
Glitter boy.
Glitter.
It's probably a purple pearl they put in it. That's the
Yeah, man.
color. It's pretty nice.
So good.
That shit's expensive, dude. I'm saying now, but they put good paint job. They put an expensive paint job on this figure.
Yep.
That paint's not cheap. Trust me.
My car paint got pearlescent in it. You know, it's just, that's that shit.
Yeah, that's an expensive paint.
I just love the way they made it where you could just move the treads around the arms. It's on that little swivel joint around them, and you could just tuck them out of the way if you want, bring them out.
Yeah, I think that's going to be great for the figure photographers out there because it kind of it hides the kibble, you know. So you'll be able to get a good shot from all the decent angles.
The shoulders move a little bit, so you get a little bit more articulation there, like the top bumps, the top shoulder pad type things. They can fold out a little bit. That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't.
Looks like they put some real thought into it, though. They definitely put thought into when you're the articulation not being hampered by anything either. So because you can pose it really, really great. So
I heard some slight complaints about the Canon. Like any of you guys dislike the Canon in any way? Like just kind of like the way it looks.
Just like the Star Wars canon.
I've heard I think I've heard where it's not tapered enough at the end. Maybe is that what somebody said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like maybe like it was a little too wide.
That's what she said. Sorry, let's just keep going.
Not about your pants.
My pants are tapered.
Let me ask you: if you attach the blaster, the what do you call it? What'd you call it? Dust the artichoke, whatever. If you attach that to the end of the cannon, will his arm hold it up, or is it just no way?
Well, you can see it from Bob's video. No, it doesn't hold it.
No.
I thought maybe that was just Bobby's.
No, I think like he said. I mean, we thought it would maybe mostly be intended for Canon mode, but there is.
Yeah.
Who brought it up in the chat today? Was it Ace or somebody about how this scene where he shoots and goes into Cyclonus
into the spaceship after
it kind of uses it as like a thruster.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so you would have it aiming down anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hirohito Kusanagi, shout out to him on Instagram. He actually posted a pic like with reenacting like that scene, like you with the cannon pointed down with that effect like of him like flying through space. So I think that's what it was meant for. So that's pretty cool though.
Really cool. That's awesome.
I just so fucking energized that. His comment in the chat.
Fucking energy.
He said 3 Puerto Ricans in one hangout. The world is coming to an end.
Didn't even realize that. Holy shit. We're taking over.
It's not in the YouTube chat. There's a chat on Google Hangout so we can all keep in contact with each other while we do the broadcast. That is funny. Dave, that shit was funny as fuck.
What'd I miss?
Your comment in the Google Hangout chat. Fucking asshole.
Fucking crazy, dude.
Everybody hold on to your wallets. All right, let's move.
I'll fucking stab you. All right.
And all hate mail to Dust Mites at P.O. Box.
I will pull out my butterfly knife.
Wait, your orange box cutter?
I'll pull out the razor blade from my cheek and fucking.
Oh, jeez.
Holy shit. All right, let's get back to business here.
Oh, man.
All right. Was there anything else, Brian? Did you have another question, or was that it?
Yeah, well, my other question is for those who are selling to survive, like I've heard that there are ways, so I'm not an experienced seller. I've sold like 5 things. I've heard that there are ways that you can use PayPal to figure out shipping and print shipping labels and stuff like that before you even get to the post office and stuff. And
yes,
I'd be interested to learn a little more.
I can give you the nickel tour there. So if you guys who sell stuff, I'm known to dabble in PayPal transfers. You can ship through PayPal, and it is cheaper than shipping from the post office. I could not tell you the last time I went somewhere and shipped. Well, I did it today, but it was for work, and I didn't care how much it cost. But Anytime I sell something, I always do the shipping at home. Basically, all you need is a postal. No, you don't need a postage scale. You need a food scale. Actually, what I have, y'all are gonna laugh. I'll take a picture of it. I use a $12 baby scale that my wife bought at Aldi. It's like got the little cradle you're supposed to put on there to hold your baby, or Jerry, whichever one.
Hey. Occasional Matt, you mean?
Right. Well, whatever. Interchangeable. Anyways,
That hurts. That hurts.
Use that, and I have like I don't know what it is. I think it comes in like a sewing kit. It's like the tape measure that's just a piece of material. It's not a hard stiff one. I just measure everything with that.
So to speak.
Do what?
So to speak.
So to speak. Yeah. And then you go on there, you put in your specifications, and you print your label, and slap it on there and take it to the post office. It's that easy. I mean,
so that's it. Just dimensions and weight.
They don't rebalance. They don't reweigh it or anything like that.
Occasionally they will, but the other thing you need to remember is if you have a package that's 1 pound and 2 ounces, that's a 2 pound package.
Yeah, that's right.
They round just like Fat Joe and Remy Ma say, they round all the way up.
UPS does it that way too, and so.
No, I've set up a FedEx account to deal with some other business I've gotten into lately. I haven't messed with it lately, but I've used it once, but it seems to be cheaper on like huge packages. I had a very large, like a 27-pound package sent to my house last week. It was like $40 to ship it halfway across the country, whereas it would have been like twice that to do like postal service. But from PayPal, you can do a couple things that you can't do anywhere else. You can ship first class. As long as it's under 13 ounces, you can ship first class. So if you like a lot of loose figures, if you're doing it like think about a mailbox, if you can fit in a mailbox or a P.O. box slot, you can ship first class.
You say under 13 ounces?
Under 13 ounces, yes. So like a lot of, like you sound like loose Marvel Legends or loose, Black Series or something like that. You can do what I've dubbed Crash Box Pacio self-shipping. It's Parcel Select, which is better for large packages. But the cool thing about using that is you can just toggle between priority and parcel, and sometimes priority is cheaper. You can also ship UPS directly from there too. You'd have to set an account up with UPS, but it just takes a minute. I haven't found a reason why to do that works here. Huh. There's the nickel tour there. Hey, look, Jisk is in the.
What's up?
What's up?
See, what I've had some issues with going in shipping is that what you were saying, the boxes would be too big. They would have to charge you more for the big boxes, and then they say certain areas are in certain zones.
Right.
I couldn't send it first class. I would have to send it priority because of the zone.
Well, see, that's the cool thing about shipping it yourself is you take it to the post office and you just drop it off. I mean, I've had the whole time I've been selling stuff online, which has been a very long time. I've had one person weigh anything, and it's been recently. Most of the time they don't care. They just want to get the stuff off the counter. Now, also, I use a postage store. I have a P.O. box there that's a business address. So a lot of the stuff I get in, I actually can get it shipped to me cheaper because I have a business address because of Federal Express. So I just take stuff there and drop it off, and nobody ever says a word about it. I think almost everybody on here has gotten something from me. Literally, I think Bram, you're the only person I'm probably not shipped. Yeah, I've shipped something to you. Never mind, I've shipped you shirts. So everybody on this panel tonight has gotten something from me. In varying states of condition. So mostly
if the box ain't dented, I ain't happy, man.
Yeah. So that's the real trick. The thing to use PayPal though, you have to do it on a goods and services. You can't use their shipping service on a friends and family. So if you have a wife, for example, who has her own PayPal account, you can have her send you $1, and then you can just go in and change the address over and over and over.
Yeah. That's interesting, Chris. Like, the price is cheaper because, like, selling stuff through eBay, and I've printed up like shipping labels like straight from eBay, and it's usually is cheaper than like going to the postal service. So is that like similar because you are doing it through PayPal?
It's the exact same thing, actually.
Same thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, that's why it was created. Obviously, when PayPal and eBay were the same company, and they split them off. But yeah, that's the only thing is it can't be a goods and services. Which I've got some people that I do a lot of business with that I've said, hey, send me $1 because I get tired of changing your address constantly. So they send me $1 and I just find their transaction and go in and change the weight and the size and ship it, and it's all good from there.
There's always a way, man. There's always a way. Yep. And if you do that, Brink, like you also don't have to wait online. Like if you, you prepay for your postage, you got everything packed up. You could just usually drop your boxes off at the inquiry window without having to wait like a line, unless you want to get a receipt for your stuff. I noticed that too. Like people waiting online, their stuff is paid for already. They're waiting 20 minutes in line just to drop a package off at the window. Like just don't do that.
Now, when you do this too, so when you print out that label, do you get a shipping?
You get a tracking number and all that stuff that you could get. Yeah.
All right.
Like it'll kind of like to the person, like it'll kind of actually show like, oh, like shipping label created, kind of like, like the way we do the notifications we get when we purchase online.
Yeah. So if it's actually a goods and services email, let's say Brian, you bought something from me and you send it friends and family, you won't get a shipping email from me. But if you did goods and services, you should get an email that says your package is shipped. Because I'm shipping it off of that email. You also get, everybody on here that's got something from me, I almost always send tracking number unless it's first class. And then you get a screen that pops up where you can copy and paste the tracking number. And then I send those to everybody in Instant Messenger most of the time, Facebook Messenger, just because it's already pulled up on the screen here. And then obviously it's on the label as well if people want pictures of the label or whatever.
Cool.
So there's a nickel tour of how to ship stuff.
Thank you, Chris.
And make sure you use packing peanuts because everybody loves packing.
Packing peanuts. God damn it!
I'll tell you a couple other tricks about shipping. If you do ship a lot, don't go to like office supply stores and buy your packing supplies. Google wholesale shipping supplies near me. I bought 20 cubic feet of packing peanuts for like $30, and to get that anywhere else is like $120. So everywhere you live, there's somebody doing wholesale packing supplies. Oh, look, I think Jerry's is showing some of my latest work there. Don't be afraid to recycle boxes. Show them what box I sent you there today.
A really shitty box.
I told him I sent him the shittiest box I could find.
Send me the shittiest.
You know what? It's funny. That's actually interesting. Like when I've tried to reship certain things, if like there was a logo on the box, like certain post office, I have a couple of different post offices around me. I've been told like if there's like a logo or something like that, I have to cover it up.
Let's think about that for a minute. How many people in the panel tonight ever order from Amazon? Yeah. So guess what? That box of toilet paper. Guess where that came from? They came from Amazon to my house just like that. Well, there's a simple and easy trick there. You take a razor and you cut the box along the glue tab that's holding the box together. Flip that son of a bitch inside out. Tape it back together, and you got a clean box. Because I've done that. I used to do that. I don't know if you can. The other thing is you can go to USPS.com and order free priority boxes in like 30 different sizes. They ship them to your house for free.
Yeah, they usually have them in the lobby of the post office.
Yeah, they do. But if you want them to, the thing that they used to be able to flip those inside out, and they were just plain boxes. But now they gotten smart. I don't know if anybody's used one lately. It says on the inside. Yeah, it says it's like printed. It's printed all over it. But you can use brown craft paper.
Yeah, you can wrap it.
And there's many a way to skin a cat. So
we'll just get a really big thick Sharpie and just go to town.
There you go. Everybody can get high on it by the time you get it.
Like I a lot of the boxes I get like are from the hospital I work at, you know, so it's like medical supplies and stuff. So I'm always putting like blank like labels or like over those things to ship stuff out.
Yeah,
Because
I've been a piece of paper over it, you know.
Yeah, same thing, exactly. Because I've been told, like, and you know what? It's funny because I guess it just depends on the person that you're dealing with. Because there's been times I've had a logo on the box, no problem, and there's other times that like, nope, you got to cover that up. So I guess it's just subjective.
It just really depends on whoever you're dealing with is wanting to be a dick. Yeah, that's what it basically.
Yeah, there's no issues with logos. They shouldn't have any problems when you ship. There's no point.
Yeah.
Especially when you put like dinosaur porn or something on it and send me a box like someone did, but you know.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
I think that person's in the panel. He snuck in here right now, so that's a good way to segue to Mr. Jisk here.
Jisk, what's up, brother?
You remember when you sent me that box with the dinosaur porn on it?
You know what's funny? I sent that to Bobby one time. The first time I mailed Bobby a photo, and I think it super offended that dude. I don't know what happened. It was real weird, and it wasn't like well received. So I was like, all right, well.
Maybe his wife saw it.
I don't think it was like offended him because it was like I don't know. I just think I don't know what it was. But I mean, here I'll show you guys.
Maybe he thought it was weird that you sent him something like that. I don't know.
I mean, here's the sticker. This is what the sticker is.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm still waiting on some of those. Still waiting on some of those.
That is what they call the dinosaur. A megasaurus.
But every time I write on it, I'm like, this is how the dinosaurs go extinct. Or what did I write on yours? I think or maybe on Bobby's I wrote, I'm going to bury this bone so deep they're never going to dig it up. It was something crazy like.
Yeah, I might have creeped him out a little bit.
It's all right.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. Welcome to the Hangout. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I got a headache, but other than that, I'm okay.
All right, we would
a headache like a headset.
We were talking fans toys, Galvatron. Did you get them in? Do you have them? Ooh, there we go.
In alt mode.
Hey, I transformed it earlier, and I've left it. I got it in at like 1:30 today, and from Crashbox, but there was no. My box was fine, and no peanuts actually in mine. Believe it or not.
Well, I had so many different size boxes. I mean, some people got peanuts, some people got bubble wrap, some people got both.
Peanuts free over here.
Yeah, you know what? I got peanuts on the very top of the box, so I had to finagle my Galvatron out of the fucking box without spilling any peanuts.
Oh,
you know I did that on purpose.
That was a skill. That's a skill. That's a skill.
You learn that when you shop at Agabus a lot. You learn.
Or when I shop Crashbox, because he does it to me intentionally every single time.
Yo, Jay, why do you do that? Because of the dog? Because you don't want the dog to eat.
No, yeah, the dog was just right there next to the box the
Yeah.
entire time, just waiting for one to fall. Just one. That's all she wanted was one. I was like, nope, not having it.
They get that one and they jet, and then you got.
Oh my! And that shit explodes all over the place.
Let him eat it. Just let him eat it.
No, you know what? I heard that they're not bad. They're actually like organic or something.
Oh, those aren't not those.
No.
Yeah, those are recycled
toxic.
Those are recycled from old cat litter.
You got 100 pounds for $30. Believe me, they're not good.
Okay, well, I didn't let any fall.
Don't worry, Jerry's. If I ever have to send you something, I'll just air pop some popcorn and use that.
They were shipped from Chernobyl.
So everybody has this thing now. I'm assuming by this point.
A bunch of people on the panel here got it. Yeah, so everybody was giving us like their first impressions and stuff. So what do you think, man? Like, what? Tell us what you think about it.
It's good, man. I mean, it's interesting to me about this thing for anybody that's transformed it. Like, it's the transformation. It's kind of brutal. Like to mess with it. Here's the difference for fans toys. So if you for example, you have all these companies, it has a ton of tabs, a ton of these little parts that have to open up, but for whatever reason, like, you know, when you're trying to transform something and the tabs don't quite line up and you have these tolerance issues on like a lot of other figures and stuff, with fans toys, you may have to use all your might to snap it in.
Use all your might.
Everything, it was brought up. It was brought up.
Everything locks into place like a side. If it's like a side panel, you know, in some places won't fit. Like that Cyclonus is a good example where like things just don't quite plug in all the way. You know what I mean? And like this thing, like it's all these crazy little pieces, but they just all lock in and they lock in perfectly. Like that's the best way to explain the difference in fans toys is like their shit just fits together the way it's supposed to fit together.
See, so I'm sorry, Russell. Let me ask you real quick, just because Brian, I think, was the one that brought up that there was a certain part of the transformation that you feel like he felt like he had to force the piece in, and then also like transforming it back to robot mode. Did you have to do that?
I haven't transformed it back to robot mode yet, but yeah. So the scariest part is right here in the beginning, in these arms right here, and you have to kind of with the shoulder, you have to unpeg them. And so everybody's been popping them out, but what I've realized today is they just slide down.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to pull so hard. If you just slide them down, they'll pop out. But that's not the hard part. It's plugging this shoulder piece in here. You're pushing so hard on a joint. Yep. And you're like, dude, like,
whoa,
it's
wrong kind of show.
It's not going to, like, you're like, dude, I'm just going to snap this at one point. But it works.
And that joint is already kind of like it's sketchy to begin with, you know?
Right. So a couple of things. I wish that they would have put hard ratchets on the arms going forward and back and not these soft ratchets that they have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing for the up and down shoulder joints.
Like that's what I'm worried about now is I feel like the shoulders are kind of loose, and it may just be me, but like there's this. I guess it's just the size ratchet that they've used, you know.
Yeah,
I think all of the joints are actually not as solid as I'm used to from them. Like even the knee, like both sets of knee joints. Actually, the lower knee joint is a little stronger than the top knee joint.
I don't have any issues with mine. I will say that in alt mode, the clear barrel looks better on it than the solid barrel. But in robot mode, it's all about that solid barrel.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So and the Matrix. I changed the face. I did put the angry face on it.
Russ.
I got your angry.
No, Jose, you asked him the exact same thing I was going to ask him. So you got
same. I was about to say. Yeah, I was sorry to cut you off.
Great minds think alike. Go ahead, man. You got it.
All right, cool, man.
I'm trying to think of it, but it's good, man. It's really good. It's got some weird things. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this figure an 8 or a 9 for sure.
Yeah. Talk about your negative, man. Don't always, you know.
Well, I think like
what you like about it.
I just think it's weird that they did that weird thing with the knee. You know what I mean? Like it's not. Everybody's all mad. It looks like a duck face. So you can put it out, but if you don't, then you kind of have a hole in there.
No, it bends.
No, but it
we
bends.
found a way. It bends.
It's a double joint.
There's another joint.
Show him in there in case he doesn't know.
I haven't messed with it. I immediately transformed it and then walked away from it all day.
So yeah, you got that, but then you do that, and it's done.
Look at mine right here. Look.
Yeah, no. I know, but like when he's standing up, so stand him up with straight leg, and then you're gonna put that purple thing against it, right? But then now you have that little gap in between that purple piece and the red jewel.
Look.
Not when you're bending it, when it's straight.
Okay.
Oh, and you say it still closes up that way?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
There's two joints in the knee. There's an upper joint and a lower joint.
Right.
If you use the upper joint, you don't have that gap. Yeah. If you just use the lower joint, then yeah, you have that.
Yeah.
But then you just take it and bend it at the top joint, and you're good.
That may be that and the purple blast piece are like my only complaints about the thing.
Yeah, but then there's a way where you don't have that out at all. J-Rose, hold that purple piece flush against the thigh, and then bend the knee.
Well, I don't want that. That's actually his knee. That's part of his knee pad. It's supposed to stick up to me. So that's why I use the top joint, and then I bend it with the knee. It looks perfectly fine.
But like, here's what's cool. Like, so on this little tailpiece, like they painted this tailpiece right here red, you know, like in there, and they didn't have to do that. Like that was cool that they just did that, you know.
Yeah, the paint is incredible on this.
Yeah, they didn't skimp on the paint. I can tell you that now. It looks like it's amazing. Everything you guys showed me is. Yeah, it sounds like it's an expensive paint they put on there too. So you gotta appreciate that.
Like just playing around with these joints, they're worrying me. For a fully die-cast upper body, these knee joints are starting to worry me now.
No, dude, they'll be all right. Look, it's got.
When you transform it back to robot again, and play around with those joints, you'll see. But I don't know if you'll be happy or not. I mean, you'll be unhappy.
Well, do they feel too loose to you, J. Roos? They feel too loose?
It's just softer detents.
Yeah.
Well, why
So
don't you
I mean, it feels like they're
now?
strong.
They're just softer than expected.
They're just softer than expected.
That's what she said.
And just like last question real quick, I don't know if you ever got to handle the DX9 Tyrant, but just if you haven't, and just based off like photos and things that you've seen, is there anything that you like off the DX9 that you think looks better over the Fans Toys? Or
I have not messed with the DX9 one, but no, just looking at them, no, this thing looks way better. The DX9 looks disjointed in a lot of places, or just looks like it wasn't like it just looks rough. This thing looks finished. You know?
Looks rough.
It does. I mean, there's just a lot of rough things about it. Where it's like there's a lot of just these weird gaps, and I just don't feel like this is a better version. This to me looks a little bit more mature, I guess, is a good way to put it, than that DX9 one does. Again, I'm still amazed at how everything locks together. Like even the way these little like those jewels on the knees underneath lock in, and like the stabilizer piece locks into that. Like, it's crazy the amount of thought that they put into a lot of this stuff. That you're like, man, that's fucking crazy that like this chest piece is gonna hook into. Yeah, I don't know. It's
So
cool.
I'm looking at the DX9 online. Some images. The alt mode looks a lot cleaner, I think, on the DX9. I mean, I'm gonna say that. But that robot mode, I don't like it. Like, if you look at if anybody opens up their Googles, the whole torso is the body of the cannon, which is gray, and then they put that purple chest piece over top of it. Where Fans Toys just made the whole torso purple. So
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't bother a lot of people, and it's hardly noticeable.
Yeah.
So here's the one thing I don't like about the Fans Toys is I don't like the way that the hands plug into the treads and the arms become those stabilizer pieces. I just feel like I'm only seeing the arms.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And when you look at the DX9 one, the DX9 did do a good job of just having those pieces, these treads on their own little arms. So that's cool. But now looking at the DX9 robot mode, it does remind me more of the toy. I know the toy didn't look anything like that, but it just seems.
Yeah, the toy had was all of the barrel of the cannon was mostly gray. It was all gray.
But like the chest is wrong on the DX9, I think.
Yeah.
DX9's actually looking at it now. It's not terrible. It just doesn't look. It's not as good.
It looks like it's like toy colored for the alt mode. Actually, maybe that's kind of neat.
I like the alt mode on the DX9. Yeah. So if you need to, you should probably go this.
I won't go the DX9 one at all. Actually, I'll wait to see if
Takara does it, or
Takara, or even X Transbots. I mean, that's the last one they need to make.
X Transbots. You want to mess with that, huh?
And then if I don't like it, I'll just get another Fans Toys one. You can't go wrong with two of these things.
This alt mode looks pretty beast, but it doesn't look like it aims upward. It looks like it only aims straight across.
I just don't like the rest of the figure, so to me,
you can only shoot Starscream in the feet.
Yeah.
You would imagine that he would just blown his ankles off.
No, in the movie, I mean, he was up a flight of stairs, so he would just blown up the stairs first.
Good point.
He would have fallen down the stairs and then shot him in the face while he was on the floor.
TJ Roos, that would have been better. Damn.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's right.
See what happens when you have 30 years to think about how to do a scene in a movie a little bit better.
Definitely. Just to make it more brutal. Oh yeah. As if that wasn't brutal enough. I mean, he got blown apart. Disintegrated. Actually, right? Like, damn.
That's right. So when I do my Starscream picture, it's just going to be a pile of my cigarette ashes.
So the one thing I have noticed with this and Lupus, I do have some weird paint flaws. And not on the figure, like you can't see them, but it's like inside. Like my Lupus has on the inside, it has these slider bars, and one's not painted all the way, so you can see the die-cast piece. And then there was something on this where I was like, man, that's weird that it's just not painted. I'll find it as I'm transforming it back to.
Well, okay, so basically you're saying the paint flaws you found are nothing like that you would really notice, though?
You never see them, no. So it's just
Yeah.
like a weird thing. It's just like it didn't get sprayed right. But
Okay, they probably, it might have been just stuff they thought, who cares?
this is what I hate about ratchets, though. Like, see that? It's just the give in between the two ratchets.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
Eddie was saying, yeah. Eddie
I was
talking
saying the
earlier.
same thing, and that little play there with the soft ratchet is just.
Yeah, I wonder why they didn't go harder. than that.
I know it's accurate to have the tracks on the arms. I just prefer how DX9 did it.
The tracks don't bother me at all in there. I'm surprised. I just realized they put wheels on it. That's cool. I didn't even notice they had wheels on there.
Yeah, it's so tiny.
Yeah, but I just think it's not needed. You know what I mean? It's like I'm just gonna have it roll around, and they put one in the back. Yeah, I didn't even realize this thing had fucking wheels. That's crazy.
It's for floor time. Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yay.
Well, thanks for popping in, man, and giving us your opinion on
no
Jisk
problem.
and J. Ruse.
No problem.
Appreciate it. I think we're going to start wrapping it up on that note. I want to thank everybody who's watching the live stream and thank everybody in the chat. I didn't get an opportunity myself to just check everybody in the chat. I'm not sure if Brian, do you have a rundown?
I did not. I took a break today. Sorry.
No problem. No
I get it.
problem. So,
You want me to run through the chat real quick?
yeah, if you got
No
a
problem.
little list there.
Yeah,
Thanks.
well, I'm just going to scroll, so it might take a little bit longer. Night of Ren, Chat Wingingham, 30. Larry Leslie, what's up, brother? Jarms was in the chat. Sunday Heat was in the chat. Jarms is in the chat. If I repeat it, it's all good. Let's see, a lot of banter, Kabolta was in the chat. What's up, brother? Lord Shadowkeeper, also in the chat. Michael Ganter in the chat. A lot of talk tonight. Wow.
Yeah, I was trying to keep up. Like the earliest I was getting was about 8:20. I was like, no, I'm not gonna get everybody.
Shell Former was in the chat. P Shrek in the chat.
That's Paul that we met at TFCon.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Lionel Medina. And I'm not even gonna try to say her name because she's gonna yell at me. So if anybody could say
I'll get you.
No, it's Ojeci.
Ojeci.
Jeji?
Oh, Gia. That's just Gia's in the chat.
MP Collector was in the chat. Let's see, going through, and we had a special appearance by Adolf Hitler, who was in the chat, and he got booted pretty quick.
Get his ass
was
out
in the
of
chat. Yeah, we don't have time for that bullshit. Rustamus, wow, 2 places at once. Chuck's in the chat. What's up, Chuck? Michael Ganter, I think I said that before. And Rob Milton, I don't want to spend that. I'm going to start writing this down. Cadamus is in the chat. What up, young buck? Let's see. RJ Ty was in the chat, or RJTY. And that's it. That's about it right there.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Dust. Appreciate it. And guys, thank you for all you guys that are participating in the chat. We really do appreciate it. It's all about the community. We have a lot of fun doing the shows, but you guys in the chat, when you're just chopping it up while we're doing this, it just makes it a whole lot more fun. And we really do appreciate it. So thank you guys for that. We're going to do some outros. So I'm going to run down the panel real quick. Jisk 1, where are you at online?
I am at JBotron on Instagram and The Good Book. That is Facebook for all of you heathens out there.
All right, next up, J. Ruse.
Yeah, at J Ruse on Instagram. Making a little bit of a comeback, maybe. Maybe
do it, man.
maybe you've seen some stuff,
Listen, I won't call it a comeback.
He's been here for years.
He's definitely been here for years.
I have been here for years. That's true. That's it.
All right, next up, MP Shitpiece.
What's up? You can find me Nick Brammer on Facebook and Brammer_Nick on Twitter.
All right, Rustamus.
What's up, guys? Find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I like to scream a little bit on YouTube every now and then. So
Right, and Raven is. All right, next up, the Analyzer.
Hey guys, Brian Brink in the Facebook groups, and Brinkalizer on Instagram.
All right. Next up, Chris Pinkerton. Where you at?
Yo, you can find me on Instagram at Pinkerton, PNKR10, on the good book under Christopher Pinkerton. Christopher Pinkerton, because that's what my mom named me. Scratchbox Customs on all your social media. There you go.
You know, you keep saying that. It's making me wonder if that's not what your mama named you.
Yeah.
You're just trying to cover up for the fact.
He's trying to push the.
Well, you see,
I need a birth
in
certificate.
Alabama, they don't make you register your child's birth.
Hey.
I'm just kidding. Yeah,
I was about to say those Hicks.
Country living, Southerners.
right. Knives for every child, and nobody knows when they were born.
All right, next up, Energon Addict.
Yo, you can find me on Instagram, Energon_addict. Could also catch me on Facebook, David Cologne. And, sharing my addictions with you guys here on Tuesdays on the Hangout.
Oh, yeah.
And he's popping off some pics lately. Check him out.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, we love it. As for myself, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Xbox Live, and the PlayStation Network, all at Harrick and BX. Here every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the R.O.C. Hangout. Guys, I want to give you a reminder. Please check out realmofcollectors.com. That's www. It's one spot stop for all things Realm of Collectors. We still have some rock packs available and some beanies in limited sizes and quantities. So please get yours while supplies last. We're on Facebook at Realm of Collectors. Our Instagram is at Realm of Collectors, and we're on Twitter at Enter the ROC. Please pull up a chair at the Cool Table Network, and you can find us on all social media outlets. We're a hub for like-minded podcasts, including Enter the Realm, Shattercast Uncut, Toy Detox, Nerd Rage Radio, Figure Banging, Plastic Fanatics, Stasis Lock, 8 Weeks, Beer and Bolts, just 40K, and a whole lot more. And in the words of Tommy Barricade, please remember to love and relax, guys. Love and relax. We'll see you next week. Be good.
Peace.
You forgot to say me. At Dust Mites on Instagram, Eddie Dust Mites.
Oh my God!
And I want to
give brother.
Shout out to people in the chat right now. P Shrek, he bought a figure in Eddie's Chug sale today, Chug Madness clearance, and the shout out to Lord Shadowkeeper. He purchased a rock pack and a hat today. Correct, Chris?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So shout out to those guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We'll get that stuff out to you, man.
Thank you for the support.
Thanks for the support, guys. We appreciate it.
Fucking forgetting me again, motherfucker.
Sorry, brother. Sorry. Damn.